Hello guys, it's Ada again and you all are welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in Denmark, and this channel is all about lifestyle, beauty, food, DIY, and thank you so much to the returning subscribers for always, coming back to watch my videos, supporting this girl. And if you're a new subscriber or if you're new on this channel, please, I have a lot of interesting videos you would love to watch. And while at that, please click on the red subscribe button below to get subscribed, and also on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So guys, in today's video, I have something to share with you guys. You see, a lot of people have been asking me questions like, how is life in Denmark? How is life in Denmark as a foreigner, as a Nigerian? They've been asking me questions like that. And today I am here to share with you guys what you should know about living in Denmark. Like if you're planning to relocate to Denmark, there are things you should know, and number one of them is the language barrier. Like I mentioned in one of my videos, struggles living in the abroad, I'm going to leave the link somewhere up here. Language is a big barrier here in Denmark. The official language here is Danish, dansk, and it's very important that you learn the language because do you know why? Danes, they start learning English when they start school at the age of 6, and even though they learn how to speak English, they still prefer to speak Danish with their friends. And officially at workplace and every other place, even at the shops, they speak Danish to you. So it's very paramount that you speak Danish. And if you don't know how to speak Danish, if you don't know how to speak the language, you're going to really it's going to be hard for you to enjoy social events here in Denmark, because you can't be somewhere and speaking something you don't understand. How are you going to cope? Like, it's going to be like you're the odd one out. When they're laughing at a joke, you're like, seriously, what is happening here? Like, you'll be totally lost. So you see why it's very important for you to speak Danish. And also when it comes to job opportunities, like they expect you to speak Danish. So if you don't know how to speak Danish, it's going to really limit your opportunities to get a job, be it skilled or unskilled job, like ranging from working for a company to working in a restaurant, or even working for a cleaning company. They expect you to speak Danish. And if you don't have that, if you cannot speak Danish, my sister, sorry for you. There is no job for you, okay? So you should consider that. And to crown it all, Danish is not exactly an easy language to learn. Like, that kind of language that a word will mean like 1,000 things depending on the context, and also depending on where it is placed in a sentence. So it's kind of complicated, like it's complex. It's not an easy language to learn at all. And speaking of the pronunciation, my dear, that one is on a different level altogether. Like they swallow words, like they eat their words. In a sentence, you might end up hearing 2 or 3 words out of a very long sentence, and the rest is like so it's really hard. It's a hard language to learn. It's tough to learn, honestly. And also every foreigner here in Denmark has to go through the Danish school, and like it's a must. You have to go to Danish school to learn the Danish language, and afterwards you get the certificates. And the school is designed in such a way that at least you spend up to 2 years learning this language. And that does not mean that when you are done learning the language, you'll be a pro, like profe. You're not going to be a professional in speaking Danish after going to the Danish school. But at least you will have an idea and have, to some extent, make a meaningful conversation with a Dane, and just find your way around with some things. the thing is that, and the truth is that, you're going to learn as the year goes by, like in the years coming. Yeah, I don't know how many years, but it depends on the individual anyway. But you're going to learn as the year goes by, probably from the street, from your kids, from your workplace, and just so on and so forth. So Danish language is generally is a tough one, is a tough language to learn. But then it is really a necessity for you to learn the language, because if you want to live in this country, that's number one thing you should consider. The language is very important. Second thing you should also be aware is the Danish weather. Okay, the Danish weather. Where I come from, some things are really constant, like sunrise, sunset, like it's constant, it doesn't change. But here in Denmark, where do I start from? Do you guys remember the video I made a few weeks ago where I was really happy with how great the weather was? To tell you guys the truth, that was the last of it. Like since that time till today, we've not had any weather close to that. Since that time, like it's been raining, it's been windy, like it's been cloudy. There is no summer. We've not had that kind of weather again. That's how the Danish weather is, okay? And generally, the Danish weather is just rainy, windy, cloudy, and like all year round. That's how the weather is. And during summertime, we tend to have more daylight. Let me put it that way. Like the sun rises sometimes around 4 to 5 a.m. and then sets around maybe 9 to 10 p.m. depending. And I know in your mind you're thinking, wow, this is great. I mean, my dear, as we enjoy am so some wetin they call am winter period, now so we go suffer am join. Winter time is the opposite, like is the total opposite. Winter time we have give or take 4 to 5, sometimes management 6 hours of sunlight. No, I'm going to rephrase that word. Not necessarily a sunlight, like we call it torchlight. That's just the amount of time we see brightness. Other times it is dark, like really dark. Let's say around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., the weather is already dark. Like you legitimately cannot see anything, it's dark. And that continues until the next day around 8:30, 9 a.m., even 10 a.m. sometimes. So you see, that's what we have to go through with the Danish weather here. So in other words, during the winter period, you legitimately go to work in darkness and you come back home in darkness. And you see why a lot of people will get really depressed in this period, because like it is finished. You should be aware of is you are going to be so lonely. Like they make friends, you know, right from childhood. Like they've already formed their clique, they have their own circle, and they grow up like that, you know, with their group of friends. They do their things together, you know, hang out together, have fun together. And you, my dear, it's going to be really hard for you to, you know, break in that circle, to join that circle. So you're going to be very lonely. And Denmark is not like UK or the US that, you know, have a lot of blacks. Like I can walk in the walking streets without seeing any black. I can legitimately, you know, do my daily activities, do whatever I have to do for a whole day, and I won't mistakenly jam any black on the road. That's how it is. So for you to be sane in this country, you know, you just have to create something for yourself. You just have to, you know, find a way to reduce the loneliness. Something you can do is to maybe join a group or just something like that, so you can get to, you know, go out there, meet people, at least get people you can talk to. But that does not mean that the people you're going to meet in a group will turn your friend. I mean, it's just going to end there, because most of them will not like invite you to their family, to their house to have dinner or something. But at least you get to, you know, go out there, talk with someone, and, you know, just feel alive. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is timing. Like you just have to learn how to, you know, meet to time. You just have to learn how to be on time on things. Like, it's considered being rude when you are like 15 minutes late to an event. 5-10 minutes late is okay, but then you have to like give the person a pre-information, like call and tell the person, or text and tell the person you'll be so minutes late, and at least the person will be aware that you will be late to the event. And when it comes to like professional appointments, something like, let's say a doctor's appointment, my dear, that one you just have to be on time, because if you're not on time, just be ready to reschedule that appointment. So time is very thing I'm going to be talking about is cost of living. Cost of living. You see, Denmark is a very expensive country, okay? And if you are going to try to convert anything you want to buy to your local currency, my dear, you're not ready to live in Denmark. It's wrong to live in this country. So it's really expensive. Like it's freaking expensive, ranging from your rents, from your house rents, groceries, cars, tax. Like the lowest and the normal tax here is 38%, and you can agree with me that that is quite on the high side. And like, you pay your taxes according to what you earn. So the more you earn, the more your tax. Let me put it that way. Some people even pay as high as 50%, and you see how it is. So the more you earn, if you earn more, you pay more tax. That's just how it works here. And also, for you to survive, you just have to capitalize on sales, okay? I know back home we tend to buy things in bulk because we find it really cheaper. It's cheaper for us to buy things in bulk. But here in Denmark, you're not going to do that, my dear. If you do that, you're going to be losing. You'll be losing a lot of money. Even trying to buy weekly, you'll still lose a lot of money. So for you to, make use of the sales, because it's really important, you have to buy at least 2 to 3 times in a week. Some people even buy on a daily basis. So for you to capitalize on the sales here, you just have to buy frequently, because if you want to buy the way we buy back home, like you go to the market, buju your boot like this and come back, my dear, you put your boot like that, because you're going to lose a lot of money. And by the time you'll now be seeing sales the next day, almost 50% sales, your eyes will just be opening, and it won't be funny at all, because you just wasted your hard-earned money. So cost of living is on the high side, and then you have to capitalize on the sales just to, bring everything to the middle and manage your life. The last but not the least is bike riding. I know back home we ride bikes for fun, we ride bikes for exercise, but my dear, here is a means of transportation, and I mean, it doesn't have class, like it's classless. What I mean to say is that when you see someone riding a bike, don't think that the person is riding the bike because he cannot afford to buy a car, or because he is poor, that kind of judgment. You shouldn't think that way. Here, even CEOs ride their bikes to work, and it's just a tradition. It's just a cultural thing. We ride a lot of bikes here. I think I've said it a couple of times in my videos. So we ride a lot of bikes here, and it's really hard. I don't think there is any family here in Denmark that does not have bikes. I didn't even say bikes, like from the father, mother, and the kids. Everybody has bikes. Even if they have 2 cars in their house, they will still have bikes. So it's a cultural thing here in Denmark. Everybody rides bikes. So I just think you guys should be aware of that. It's a bicycle country, and also it's very safe to ride bikes here in Denmark, because we have our own what's it called again in English? We have our own bike lane, okay? So it's very safe for you to ride your bikes here in Denmark. So I just think you should also be aware of that if you're planning to relocate to Denmark or come to Denmark for holidays or anything. Biking is the real deal. Okay, so guys, I have come to the end of this video. I hope this video was very interesting for you and very informative. So please, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, comment, please. I'm begging you people, comment in the comment section if you enjoyed this video. And please, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe for us, okay? This channel na ganiru mako demma channel. Click on the red subscribe button and get subscribed, please. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.